A good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and Merry Christmas. It's a beautiful 24th of December, 2024. Coming to this episode of the Crusty podcast, episode 324. Gratitude and no gratitude, of course. The Prime Minister, politics in this country, yada, 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 all the other BS. And I want to go over who's grateful and who isn't grateful, ladies and gentlemen. All that and more coming to the Crusty podcast. Please stick around. Listener viewer discretion is advised because I will swear, smoke cigarettes, and be a little dramatic. See you in a bit.
Hit it, sweetheart. Because I am hard, you will not like me.
Yes, sir.
There is no racial bigotry here. Here you are all equally worthless.
From Western Canada, this is the Crusty Canuck podcast, a Canadian veteran's point of view on political, social, economic issues, and life. Here's Crusty.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the episode 324. Gratitude, no gratitude. Or, of course, for the rest of us, Festivus, all that good stuff in this podcast is brought to you in part by and supported by Veterans for Freedom Network. That's right. Stand to Veterans for Freedom. And coming soon, Veterans for Freedom TV. Maybe next year sometime. I don't know. We'll see. Anyhow, everybody, how you doing? I am Crusty Canuck, your wonderful host. And I want to say thank you out there to the wonderful subscribers I have had the past couple of days. I noticed that my subscriber count has gone down. Effective on the 21st and 22nd, I noticed roughly 440 or maybe 450 subscribers have just left the page all of a sudden. Interesting, eh? What do you say? I smell BS on the part of the people at YT, Yankee Tango. Who knows exactly what it is? I've written emails saying what's happening here. Now, I know there's bots and stuff like that. There's a lot of fake accounts out there roaming around, but that's quite a bit of subscription loss to happen in less than 24 hours, don't you think? Something to think about. Anyway, if you like to hear what you see, click like, subscribe. I'm thankful for my new subscribers. Keep subscribing. Keep liking, commenting, sharing this all over your social media platforms. Do not be shy. But there's a lot of BS going on, not just in the tech world, but in our political world too, ladies and gentlemen. There's still people speculating about the whole Donald Trump thing, about the tariffs, about Canada being the fifth state, and so many PM's supporters and allies alike clenching their pearls, hoping that isn't true, when all these people in the powers that be have shown no gratitude whatsoever for this country we call Canada. Anyway, like the title card said, basically Festivus, right? It's Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Time we should be with our families, time we should be with loved ones and appreciate what we have and what we can get later on in our lives. The more we struggle, the more we try, the more we work, the more we should get ahead, so you'd think. But this year, I think, has been a classic example of no matter how hard you really try to get ahead, there's always going to be people holding the key or holding open the gate or closing the gate on you. My gratitude is this. I have a home. I have lights on. I have you, my wonderful audience. Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are awesome, and I'm grateful. I am really grateful for the people that have tuned into my show, tuned into my podcast, and give me some positive feedback. I like to say I noticed on my Podbean account there, I've had about 32 people from Israel watch my show. So thank you very much. Shalom. Happy Hanukkah to my Israeli fan base out there. Thank you very much. And I've also received a few comments on my shorts in regards to people saying anti-Semitic things. I don't tolerate it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? I don't tolerate any anti-Christian sentiment, anti-Jewish sentiment, or any anti-Muslim sentiment. In fact, I'm not going to tolerate any anti-Semitic religion whatsoever. My personal belief in religion is this. If it makes you happy, do it. But if your religion tells you you have to kill or hurt somebody in the name of said God, then maybe you should get a new religion. That's where I stand. Okay. And when I look at Christmas, it's not just the Christian idea behind it. It's not just the birth of Christ. It's not just the birth of whatever God that is out there. It is also a celebration of a lot of European heritage where the pagans, prior to Christianity hitting Europe, that they would celebrate the end of the harvest, the winter solstice, celebrate the trees and the snow and the good year, the good stocks, to feed the livestock and to feed the families. And they all danced and were merry and celebrated the end of the year with a festivity, right? That's the kind of tradition I like, ladies and gentlemen, what do you like? Right now, if I've angered some people who listen to this show, well, too bad. Okay. I'm an advocate for free speech, and that's free speech absolute. It doesn't matter if you're offended or not. I'm not here to tiptoe. I'm not here to cater or to pander. I'm just here to speak my mind. If you like what I do, that's great. And if you enjoy what I say and do, that's fantastic too. Uh, but when I look at this Christmas season, I look at gratitude for people that are trying to get ahead. And I show gratitude to those who make an effort, who give an effort, who give time and effort to things. I am grateful for my wife. I am grateful for my family. I am grateful for my home. I am grateful for the ability to be able to sit here and talk about these wonderful things and to speak our mind as we should. And it doesn't matter if you're Canadian or American. It doesn't matter if you're British, German, French. It doesn't matter if you identify as this or that. You have every right to speak your mind. And so we should. So let's be grateful for the ability that we can still do that, even though there are people and the powers that be, as I sit here and talk to you wonderful human beings, that would like to change that someday. So I have no gratitude for the people that increased our cost of living. I have no gratitude for the individuals that would cry bully their way into something, into getting someone fired or into getting someone hurt or getting someone sued or getting someone to pay a fine because their feelings got hurt. Because there are a lot of people out there as we speak today that are going without on a regular basis because of decisions that were made on their behalf. And most of those decisions have come from bureaucrats and paper pushers and bean counters alike. So I am not grateful for individuals that have screamed about uncomfort or uncomfortable times. I am grateful for the people that have persevered and overcome options. I am grateful for people that look at themselves in the mirror every day and go, yeah, I've been hurt. I've been screwed over, but guess what? I'm carrying the fuck on. I'm grateful for those people. And guess what? They come in all shapes and sizes, ladies and gentlemen, all colors, all creeds, all genders, and all spectrums. However, they want to reinvent society or not. Now, for this Christmas 2024, I am grateful for the fact that I can sit here and speak my mind and I still have my health. No pun intended. I am grateful that I can still buy a few of these and enjoy them. I am grateful that I do have a steady job and the bills are getting paid. And I'm grateful for you, my wonderful audience that have stuck with me this far and put up with things and asked me good questions. And I'm more than happy to answer too. And I am grateful that I still live in a country that's worth fighting for. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. This country is still worth fighting for, regardless of how you feel about it or not, regardless of history, regardless of mandates that have come and gone over the years. I am still grateful that I live in a country called Canada, and I'm happy we have a democracy still, knock on wood, and I'm grateful that we have people that are willing to fight the good fight to make sure that we see more light in the manufactured darkness. Right back after this.
Stay updated and follow Crusty Canuck on Facebook, Twitter, Gab, Telegram, YouTube, and Podbean. Subscribe today and donate at crustycanuck.ca.
And you're back, ladies and gentlemen, episode 324 of the Crusty Canuck podcast. Gratitude and no gratitude. The title card says, for the rest of us, Festivus, right? Festivus for the rest of us. The old Jerry Seinfeld joke there. One of their festive episodes per se. It's a joke, all right? Christmas is for kids. Christmas is for adults too, but it's still a time to celebrate and reflect. Just like Thanksgiving. But every day we should be thankful for something. Every day we should be thankful for things that we do have, the little things that we have, okay? Ideally, I would like to be making a lot of money with this podcast, but, at the moment I'm not. Like I said, I'm losing subscribers, and Yankee Tango are being a bunch of, twat waffles when it comes to telling me the truth. However, and I'm sure fellow Yankee Tangos out there have had the same situation with some of their shows and broadcasts too. I am grateful to the fact that we can look at the whole DEI thing and dismiss it. That's what it is. It's nothing but pandering, okay? I'm grateful that I have worked with and worked for people that have come from many different backgrounds who have given me insight on how to be a better man and a better leader. Okay. And I'm also grateful once again for my wife. My wife is an amazing human being. She's overcome so many odds in her life prior to meeting me and prior to marrying my sorry ass. But she's there. She's a pillar. So to every man out there, look at your wife and give her the respect she deserves. And for you ladies too, look at your husband and give him every respect he deserves. And in this festive season, look at your kids and see their faces light up tomorrow morning and appreciate that. Little things like that, right? And for those adults out there who cannot give as much to their children as they wanted to, the thought is there, but the actions will speak louder than words. So maybe do better next year, maybe do better this year, or just do what you can just to be a good mom and pa. You know what I mean? And just try to be a good human being. I'm going to play the Prime Minister's Christmas message here. Okay. Now, it's only about 1:40 long, but I don't really think it's really worth the time. However, you would think that Mr. PM would make a better effort on wishing good tidings to the citizens of this country. But I'm going to play it for you, and I want you to assess what you will out of it. I'm not telling you what to think or how to think or what to do, but needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, get what you can out of it, because I just got nothing but BS out of it. And I will do a little critique thereafter, as always, because the man's so full of crap. And I know I just said try to be kind to people, be good to people, but I'm not going to give him any gratitude whatsoever. I've never really had any plan to give the Prime Minister of this country any gratitude because his actions have spoke a hell of a lot louder than conventional words. And just look at the shitting grin in his face. You know, look at me. I'm just such a great man. Oh, look at me. I'm so cool. You're so full of it, you wanker. But here, I'll play it for you. And you all listen and get what you can out of it.
Merry Christmas. This is a time of year to slow down, to rest, and to connect with the people you love most. It's a moment to put our phones down, to put our politics aside, even when that one cousin makes it really hard, and to focus on what matters. For Christians, it's a time to celebrate the birth of Christ and think about his story of kindness, forgiveness, and faith. The lessons of his life are universal, and they inspire and comfort people every time they're told and retold. For so many, the holidays are a time of big family gatherings and feasts, of gifts and celebrations. But maybe it's a very hard time for you. If you're grieving, worried, or alone, this can be the toughest time of the year. It can be the loneliest. So let us all check in on the people in our lives who've not had an easy time this year and who may be needing us more than we know. For a lot of Canadians, Christmas is not a holiday at all. So thank you to our brave first responders, CAF members, healthcare and essential workers, and everyone who's on a job right now so that others can stay home safely. You embody what Christmas is really about: giving, gifts, food, and service to those around us. I wish joy to everyone who's celebrating today and comfort to those who are suffering. Wherever you are, I hope you find light and hope for the year ahead. Merry Christmas.
What a smug son of a you-know-what, okay? Honestly, some people's kids, I tell you. Okay, well, the only thing I got out of that is he made a crack about, some cousin making a comment, a political cousin. Actually, Justin, you are the political cousin that we fear. And I don't mean fear as in fearing of our lives. We fear that we're going to do something we might regret because of you. We fear what kind of people we're going to turn into because of individuals like yourself and your party and your backers and supporters and all that too. I fear how much more anger I have to feel because of men like you, because of people like you that intentionally increase our cost of living, that have made our lives even harder. Now, it's not just the PM's fault, ladies and gentlemen. It's everyone that backed him up. It's the people that okayed the spending. It's the people that denied our troops access to things. It's the people that forbid us to own firearms. It's the people that have divided this country that make me angry. And I try to keep my anger at a certain level. And I try to keep my rage at a certain level. But here I am, better part of 50 years of age. And I have sacrificed time and effort for people. I have given my heart and soul to this nation. And there's a man who shows no gratitude whatsoever for anything, because he was raised in a well-to-do family. He's had everything his heart desired. And he's never showed any gratitude for this nation whatsoever. Now, the Liberal Christmas party, he says he loves being Canadian. But then again, he also said prior to his election in 2015, we are a post-national state. So which is it, Justin? You admire basic dictatorships, so you try it on for yourself to see how it goes. And members of your own party are getting sick of you. So to the likes of Justin Trudeau, to the likes of all of the supporters, maybe you should reflect on what you're grateful for. And maybe you should reflect on the actions you have taken to hurt people. And maybe you should reflect on the actions you've taken to have people fired for questioning the science, or questioning the climate, or questioning certain authorities, or questioning the bail conditions, or questioning the gun laws, or for questioning anything you guys have laid out on the table in a half-assed, lackadaisical, slackadaisical manner. I am not grateful for you. I am not grateful for you, Liberal Party of Canada, and some members of the Conservative Party, and definitely not the NDP. I am not grateful for backbenchers who've sat in Parliament and done nothing while this country goes broke. I am not grateful for individuals that spit on the truckers. I am not grateful for people in this country who have spit on our flag. I'm not grateful for that. You have every right to do it. You have every right to express yourself. I'm not grateful for people that want a good life in this country and then want to change the rules and change the laws to satisfy their own comfort. I'm not grateful for that. I'm grateful for the wisdom that I was given by some members of the First Nations who told me things about the wolf, who told me things about rivers and the trees. I'm grateful for that. I'm not grateful for the ungrateful. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. However, I intend to keep standing up for what is right for this country, and I expect you, my wonderful audience, to do the same thing too. If you see something stupid, call it out. Laugh at them. Wasn't the old folklore that if you try to hunt a witch, you bring her out in the open and you put her on the spot? Right? Wasn't that, I'm thinking metaphorically here. Okay. You call into question. Right? That's been done to a lot of people the past 10 years in regards to what people tweet or what people say or what people write. And then you have certain individuals who have the audacity to come out and say, I have PTSD because of what they said. Bullshit. You're just uncomfortable and you can't handle it. Right? So let's be grateful we have the attitude and the ability to still dissect and look for the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Regardless of how many individuals say they're giving you the truth, I would still look at it under scrutiny and make sure they are telling the truth. This year, let us remember who we are and what we can do. Let us be grateful for what we have. I just mentioned to you what I'm grateful for. What are you grateful for? Please tell me in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. All that good stuff. Just remember, too, if you like and hear what you see, ladies and gentlemen, click like, subscribe, share this content on all social media platforms. Do not be shy. Let me know what's on your mind. Resub if you have to. Just double check your notification bell there, too, on your page. Resub if you have to, just in case, because really 440 plus individuals gone in less than 24 hours. That's quite a lot of bots, apparently. Or maybe there's 440 people that just don't like what I have to say anymore. Either way, I just find it kind of coinkydink that I lost all those subs in that short a time. But, you, my wonderful audience, you decide what you like and see. And, I'll be right back after this.
Stay updated and follow Crusty Canuck on Facebook, Twitter, Gab, Telegram, YouTube, and Podbean. Subscribe today and donate at crustycanuck.ca.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 324 of the Crusty podcast. Gratitude and no gratitude. The rest of us, Festivus for the rest of us, all that good stuff. I'm your host, Crusty Canuck, and I hope you like when you hear what you see. Click like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I've been through this before. I just got to keep repeating it because the algorithm is screwy. So, I trust your judgment, ladies and gentlemen. Anyhow, this Christmas, let's just do what we can to be good to each other. The Prime Minister did say about kindness and everything, but we both know that he's full of it. He hasn't been kind to too many Canadians. He wasn't kind to the convoy people. He wasn't He wasn't kind to veterans. He hasn't been kind to seniors. So just let him have his little, swan song, his little blurb there, right? What I'll do is I'll leave the message in the description and his actual statement that come from Parliament there too, right? He also mentioned something about the military. Quote unquote, as we reflect on the past year and look to the future, let us continue to show love and kindness to ourselves and those in need. Let us also take a moment to thank those who give so much of themselves to make Canada the place we are proud to call home, including the brave members of our Canadian Armed Forces, the dedicated first responders and essential workers, and the countless volunteers. Thank you. Thank to all of you. I wish joy to everyone who is celebrating today and comfort to those who are suffering. Wherever you are, I hope you find light and hope for the year ahead. Merry Christmas. Well, you caused some of that darkness, buds. You did. Your whole party did. I'm not blaming it all on you. We're all guilty of making decisions in our lives. We're all guilty of not showing up when we should have shown up. Or, we're all guilty of putting 90% in when we should put 100% in. But I'll make an exception for your case, pal. Okay. Some of the laws you want to push down our throats, some of the regulations you want to permit and throw at us in the name of safety and comfort. You're just full of it. Your cabinet's full of it. And while you criticize Alexa and Mr. Polyev for being a career politician, how many backbenchers in your party right now have been in more than 20 years? Okay. How many members of your cabinet were selected based on their identity and not their qualifications? How many of your backbenchers and buddies were at your wedding party? Quite a few. Now, I'm still going to believe in merit, and I believe in humanity. If I was to see you on the street and you were bleeding, I would give you first aid. I would. But I wouldn't have small talk with you. I wouldn't talk with you at all. I don't want to see you demise. I don't want to see you unalived. I want to see you be humbled. I want to see a lot of you leaders be humbled this holiday season. I want to see a lot of you bureaucrats and the people you hired to tell guys like me and my friends and my wife that you owe us more money this year because something went wrong with the filing system. I want to see all the bureaucrats and all the so-called leaders get a pie in the face. And I mean that metaphorically. Okay? It's not much of a Christmas wish, but it'll do for now. Okay? I am grateful for the friends I have and the friends I have made the past couple of years while doing this podcast. Special shout out to Northern Perspective. Ryan and Tanya, well done. To my buddy Paul at Radio Reaction, well done. To Moose and the Loose, well done. To Fringe Minority, well done out of Calgary. Derek does a great show. Right? And to Clyde Do Something, well done. To Marty up north, well done. To Mara Leach, well done. Stand your ground. To everybody else out there, I am very, very grateful that you have tuned in and stuck with me this long and listened to my show and given me some good points and some good feedback. And I'm also grateful, too, to some of the negative feedback, too, because it means I'm making you think. And that's what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen. We got to start thinking again. It's that simple. So I won't have a show up for New Year's. Maybe I might. I don't know. It depends on my work schedule, but we'll have to see. In the meantime, please stay tuned. Share this content on all of your social media platforms. Do not be shy, ladies and gentlemen. Check out my shop there too. It's in the description where you can donate. Check out my store. Grab a t-shirt, grab a hat, whatever. Just help out the podcast as best you can, ladies and gentlemen. This Christmas, let's just celebrate and be grateful for what we are and what we have, and what we can be and what we can gain, what we can obtain, and what we can do. Just be better citizens, just be better people. The reason I say humanity and merit wins the day means you got to be good to people and you got to earn something. Let's keep setting that example, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep setting that example this year and next year and years from now. Now, I wonder if, assuming that there's an election called in February or the spring, and Mr. Polyev does a Christmas message, who knows what's going to happen? But let's just hope it's going to be a hell of a lot better than Potato Puppet's half-assed rant, toting a virtue, when he bloody knows what he's been doing and what he's done. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, I have been Crusty Canuck on this beautiful 24th of December, 2024. I wish you all a very, very festive season, a very, very happy and Merry Christmas to you all out there. I hope all your wishes come true. And just do what you can to be good to each other in these trying times, regardless of the scenarios and the situations that lay before us. We will overcome these endeavors. Our grandparents survived the Depression. We can survive this. Like I say, ladies and gentlemen, have a very, very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Winter Solstice to my pagans out there. Yes. Well, and just all around, have a great season. And I'll hopefully see you in a few days with Vids on the Fly or another episode. But in the meantime, just do what you can. Help each other in these trying times. And like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, humanity and merit wins the day. Oh, but before I go, there is a song I will add to this show. It's done by Greg Lake from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. It's basically called I Believe in Father Christmas. And I will plug it in the description. You guys listen at your leisure. The first time I heard that, I might have been about maybe 7 years old. And I've loved the song ever since. So I hope you get the same feeling out of it as I do. But enjoy on this festive season. And all the best to you. Like I said, humanity and merit wins the day. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll see you next time. Merry Christmas.
Hit it, sweetheart. Because I am hard, you will not like me. Yes, sir. There is no racial bigotry here. Here you are all equally worthless.
This has been another episode of the Crusty Canuck podcast. Stay sane and thank you for listening. From Western Canada, this is the Crusty Canuck podcast.
I hope Santa brings me a big rifle. Get me a goose or two. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year.